Hello everyone and welcome back to our excavator series, and in today's video I'm going to take you over the daily checks that you should be doing on your 8-ton excavator. Follow me and I'll show you the step-by-step process. To start, we're going to do our visual checks. We're going to start at the bucket one end, work all the way around the machine and come back to the same place. This allows us to do a full visual scan of the machine for any obvious damages or leakages from any parts of the excavator. Let's start with in and around the hitch, check that there's no leakages in and around the coupler. Then we're going to go up the arm of the machine, down the boom, all the way to the kingpin that's just here in the centre of the excavator, making sure there's no leakages in and around there, and also on your dozer blade, which is operated by that hydraulic ram in the middle. So just following the tracks along, checking the footwell, making sure that's nice and clear so we can get in and out of the machine, the bodywork of the excavator, as well as the glass of the cabin, make sure that's nice and intact, double checking your mirror as well, and also the rest of your track. Then we'll work round to the rear of the machine. We'll just check the bodywork, making sure this is all intact, double checking the glass on the rear of the cabin to make sure that's all right, and then we'll work our way down the right hand side of the excavator. So as we come down the other side of the excavator, we can check the glass of the cabin, we can check the bodywork of the hood, and also we can go up the boom and down the arm of the excavator, checking all the hydraulic rams and also the auxiliary outputs for any leakages that may be there. Once you've conducted these visual checks, we can move on to our fluids and our levels checks. To do so, we need to access two of the different bonnets that you'll find on the side and on the rear of the excavator. Let's show you how. Right, let's start with these fluids and levels checks. First, we'll open up this rear bonnet, and then under here we'll uncover the oil dipstick and also the air filter. Now for the engine coolant and hydraulic fluid, we need to open this side panel just here, and I'll show you how. By reaching inside and releasing this catch, you'll open up the side panel of the engine. From here you'll be able to access the engine's coolant and also assess the hydraulic fluid of the machine. Once you're finished, close up this side panel and lock it back in place, and close the rear bonnet as well. Now we're going to move on to the bonnet on the right hand side of the machine to double check the fuel level before jumping into the excavator to do our final safety and electrical tests. Now for our final fluid and levels check, we're going to find underneath this side bonnet. So we're just going to push the button in and lift it up and lock it into place, and down on the right hand side you're going to find our fuel filler cap with a fuel gauge where we can double check that we've got enough fuel in the machine for our day's work. Once you're satisfied, simply lift up the catch and lower the bonnet. Now we're happy with those fluids and levels checks, we can move on to our final safety and electrical tests. Okay, to conduct our electrical and our safety tests, we're going to need to access the cabin of the machine. So open up the door and make sure that it's secured safely. Now let's use the handlebars that are provided on the outside and on the inside of the cab to assist us in our 3 points of contact to get into the machine. Okay, once you're in your seat, the first safety check we need to do is make sure that this seat belt works right. So pop that in on the other side, give it a good tug to make sure it works correctly. You can then unfasten it so we can do our electrical tests. You're going to need your operator's key, pop it into the ignition, just turn it to position 1, and then all we need to do is double check that our headlights work and also our beacons work as well. So you need to activate those on your keypad, then you can exit the machine to make sure that they're all working correctly. Right, that's all your safety and electrical tests sorted. All we need to do is the daily grease in the excavator, and then you're up and ready to roll. Remove your key from your ignition and then we'll start the greasing process. Now when it comes to greasing your excavator, make sure that all the grease nipples in and around the coupler, up the arm of the machine and down the boom are all adequately greased. But don't forget to also assess the kingpin, the slew and also your dozer blade. Once you've completed your greasing, your machine is ready for its day's work. And there you go everyone, those are our daily checks for our 8-ton excavator here at WHC Hire. Now if you come into any problems whilst conducting any of these checks, please get in contact with your local WHC depot as soon as possible so we can ensure the machinery is safe for you to use. For more tutorial tips and hacks on this machine, check out our full playlist of videos that's on our website or on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me, and until the next video, take care. Goodbye for now.